Hey guys, I have an actual Wi-Fi upload for you today. This is with my Chandelier team with a quad core kind of. But just see how it goes. I'm gonna start off with my Hitmontop because it does basically beat all Scarfers that do start off in the lead position. So I'm pretty safe here. So I'm not gonna go for a fake out, being that it thought it was too obvious, giving him a free switch into his Miss Magius. And I'm actually gonna go straight to my Bisharp. And being that this even doesn't have special defensive EVs, I'm pretty surprised that it does survive this Thunder, but unfortunately I do get a paralysis, meaning that it won't get any use this match. It's been a bit situational, basically being any Hail team, which is uncommon over Wi-Fi that I've been observing, or basically Frostlass, which is it's usable outside of Hail, but there's kind of some Pokemon that do it better, being Deoxys D, because it has a good recovery move, being Recover, and then Rose Raid with Rest and Natural Cure. So I'm just going to go for Stealth Rocks as he's going to switch, because Stealth Rocks are very important against this team, because I do not want Arcanine to threaten me in any sort of way, even though I can basically trick it into getting a Flash Fire boost for my Chandelier. So here I know he's gonna go for a Will-O-Wisp, so I did go into my Chandelier, and I'm just gonna sub up right now. Next turn, unfortunately, Pain Split does not even go through subs, so I'm gonna go for a Fire Blast, and that is a clean OHKO. Basically, Chandelier is gonna do quite a bit of work this match. So I'm really good off at this position. So he's gonna go into his Miss Magius, not something I really wanted to fight against. So he's gonna go for a Calm Mind this turn. I could have gone for Fire Blast, cleanly OHKO'd it, and try to clean up the rest of his team, but I am actually gonna go for a Shadow Ball, because Shadow Ball is a safer move. It has a guaranteed 100% accuracy. And I didn't trust myself with a Fire Blast. And I actually do get a special defense drop here. It doesn't really matter, because how the first one did, even with the +1 special defense, it's easily a 2-hit KO. So he's gonna go for Dark Pulse for some reason. Weird enough by itself, but Shadow Ball is a much better move, even against Bisharp, because Stab and all, even though it is quad resisted, but it doesn't really matter because it is dead at this point. And we're both I'm in a bad position because he could take me out with any of his faster poke, being Galvantula, probably, yeah, most definitely Arcanine, but it really can't touch me outside of Volt Switch, so Galvantula is the best switch possible. So I know he's not going to go for an HP Fire here, fearing that he'd give me a Flash Fire boost, so Thunder is the obvious choice, and I'm going to take advantage of that with my Gligar. And I know he doesn't have HP Ice at this point, so I'm just going to stay in, and I'm going to kill it off with an EQ, though it was being a very frail Pokemon. I should know I did use one for myself quite a while ago, so it's dead at this point. Unfortunately, it didn't get much use. I kind of really like that Pokemon, so he's going to go into his Arcanine, and I know I can take advantage of this situation, and I am going to be able to get off a Roost at this point, but I do need him to go for something less stabbed, and he chooses Close Combat, which does very little damage. And with the -1 special defense drops, I basically back at neutral attack stat, just because it kind of evens out. So that means I will be doing a lot of damage with my EQs, but he will switch out because he knows he can't really touch me, and there's no point to it. So he's going to go into his Durant, trying to take advantage of me. And I believe this one, during this match, it does carry the EQ. I mean, the Toxic, I should say. So while I switched it to Taunt over on everything else, it now has Taunt over Wi-Fi, I do believe. So basically, he's going to go for a Hone Claws, being that he's at +2 now, and his accuracy is great, because Hustle basically is considered a +1, but it does drop your accuracy by 20% or so, I think. So I just went for a fake out that turn, just to, I wanted guaranteed damage, hopefully making this Mach Punch a bit closer. But luckily I did go for the fake out, because he would be able to get another move off, and it probably would have cost me a secondary poke. So luckily, I did go for the fake out and Mach Punch combo, meaning that he's going to take himself out with Live Orb Recoil, barely missing out on a KO myself with the Mach Punch, which is very unfortunate. So I'm going to go into my Chandelier. This is both a blind switch. I know I don't want to take a Stone Edge, so I'm going to switch out, and I'm not sure if a Fire Blaster will be able to clean the OHKO. So I'm just going to sacrifice Bisharp and get a free switch into my Gligar. and after that I basically will be able to get some damage off him if I don't want to stay in, and basically kind of predict him to mess up. So I'm gonna go for an EQ straight from here. He's probably gonna go for a dynamic punch just to start off with confusion, and it's not gonna do much at all, being that it is resisted, and Gligar does have a great defensive stat, and even with 1 EV in special defense, it does match that of Rotom's, so it's pretty nice. So here I expected him to go for another dynamic punch, because stab dynamic punch halved is still 5 base power more than that of Stone Edge's. So that was my thought process, but unfortunately no, he is actually going to go for a Stone Edge, probably just trying to not waste his BP on the not his PP, I should say. So basically he's gonna go for Stone Edge now. He does actually seem to do a bit more. I'm not exactly sure why, but I'm just gonna go for an EQ. I do get a critical hit right here. Doesn't really matter, but for the short run it kind of does. So he's gonna go into his Arcanine, and this is basically a good game at this point, because I am easily able to take it out with 2 EQs, just because he has an Intimidate off. So that's not going to do much at all, and I'm going to be able to strike back with an EQ, and that's easily going to be a 2-hit KO. Unfortunately, it's not a 1-hit KO, because the Intimidate did come along and kind of messed that up. So extreme speed easily, not going to do much, and even with a crit it wouldn't have taken me out. So that just basically means that Arcanine's dead. That's a good game, PanchoPwns. Comment, like, and subscribe, you guys. I will see you next time, probably with a PO battle.